Hey everybody, we are going to take some notes. I am going to attempt to do this. If this works out well, then awesome, great. I will do more notes like this, but if it doesn't, just bear with me. I am going to try to edit this thing in iMovie. I know, and speed up parts of it so that way it's more time lapsed. Either way. Here are your HOYVUX notes. You have these. You should have these in your packet. I want you to take them out and you're going to start cutting. You're going to cut around this outside border of the whole thing. Okay? That's where you're going to start. Start cutting. Here we go. I'm going to do the same. And maybe I'll find some good music to overlay on this video, and if I can't, you're just going to hear me talking really, really fast right now, I hope. And if you don't, if I don't figure out how to speed up the video in certain parts, you're just going to hear me talking about things. I hope you are all okay. It is 10:21 at night, and I am making this video just for you, and I hope you like it. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving because it is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We had a great one. It was a blast. We went for a walk with my parents. Everybody wore face masks and we walked up and down my parents' street. We didn't go in their house because we haven't seen my parents in a while and they are not part of our circle of people, so we try to keep our distance from them as of right now because we don't want my germs from school or my kids' germs from daycare to get them sick. Alright, so you should have now this created. So on this, you are going to cut certain parts of it, all right? You're going to create some flaps. Your flaps that you are going to create are based on some flaps that you're going to be folding. First, let's make our folds. So I am folding right along that first set of lines right there, and I will make flaps out of these lines. So I'm going to be cutting down here and here. I'm also going to be cutting here, and I'm going to be folding these flaps over. So I'm going to cut the parts that I need to cut. So I'm cutting these two lines to the fold, and then this line to here, this line to here. All right, so these flaps down. So now I have my flappy doos, and now I'm cutting in on the L to make this fold, and I'm going to make the actual fold. And so now I have flaps here, and now I have this that I can now create flaps out of. So now I'm going to cut, if I have this out again, I'm going to cut these lines here. All right, so cut those lines. Hopefully this is cool little music of me cutting. Maybe not, I don't know. There you go. And so now you have these flaps here, and you have these flaps here. All right. So now you've made your foldable for this set of notes. So this set of notes has to do with horizontal and vertical lines. This hopefully will be a visual for you to create those horizontal and vertical lines and remind yourself. So I would suggest you tape this eventually into your notebook. Now, along the horizontal part of this, right here, along this part, you are going to write the letters HOY, H-O-Y, HOY. Along these ones, you're going to write VUX, V-U-X, okay? HOYVUX. HOYVUX stands for horizontal, zero slope, y-intercept, and vertical, undefined, x-intercept. So if we were to ever draw a horizontal line, we would be able to create the equation for it in knowing that it has a y equals equation, it has a zero slope, and it becomes a horizontal line. Vertical equation, vertical line, undefined slope, and it has an x-intercept. So let's look and see what these notes eventually look like. So underneath the H, the O, and the Y, we're going to write horizontal, zero slope, y-intercept. So I'm going to start with my purple pen. There we go. Horizontal line. So H, horizontal line. Now O is truly not an O, but a zero. Horizontal lines have zero slope. So I want you to hone in on your slope, dude. Horizontal lines have zero slope. And last but not least, Y. This line will cross the y axis. So it'll be a y equals a number equation. So y, this line will cross the y-axis. Your equation, if you were to write it, would be y equals a number. So to put this in perspective, I'm going to draw a little image over here. Horizontal line, that horizontal line, its equation would look like y equals 6, for example. Okay. Now we're going to do these vertical lines, the VUX part of it. So start out with, I'm going to draw now my vertical line on there. Because we know how this horizontal thing went, we know that this vertical line for stuff down here, this one had a y equals, now this one has an x equals, so we're going to say x equals a number. X equals 5, something like that. So this will be a vertical line. Vertical line for V. Vertical lines have an undefined slope. Sorry, you can hear my husband in the background. He's hacking up a lung. Not sure why. Hopefully he doesn't have COVID, right? Undefined slope. Vertical lines have an undefined slope. And last but not least, the X. The X means the line crosses the x-axis. And so if we were to write an equation, it would be x equals a number. So X, the line crosses the x-axis, and our equation would be written as x equals a number. So to put this all into perspective, I highly encourage you to draw a couple of graphs, and those graphs, ideally, you can draw the actual graphs of the lines that we created just now, or the lines of the equations we just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Horizontal line, y equals 6. And then a vertical line, x equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your equations would look something like that for those two lines that we just created. So if I were you, I would put this set of notes with those two graphs into my notebook so I could easily check back at them at any point in time. Cool? Cool. Thanks for joining me for the notes. Bye, guys. Let's see if I can turn this off. All right.